man. Boy, people do anything too. 2021. You got this COVID going on. It's crazy, man. Somebody rob you with a mask on, boy. Not the traditional ski mask. They coming in your house, man, with the COVID mask on. Anyway, let's get right to it, baby. We got this Purge Forever. Man, it's one of my favorite series of all time. I gotta say, this particular movie, and I ain't gonna give away nothing for anybody who haven't saw it yet. I'm gonna try not to. Just a review of what I think about it. I'm gonna say, man, this movie, The Purge Forever, was not my favorite Purge movie. It was good. It was great, but just in comparison, which is explained. I mean, that can be explained, I'm sure, because it's hard to beat movies that you made the first time. But with that being said, let's get right into the review. As far as the writing goes, I would say it was good, because it's hard for you to keep a storyline going, not 1, 2, 3, 4 times, but 5 movies, I believe. Yeah, it's been a crazy series, man. Of course, I'm not with the Purge in real life, but for whatever reason, we live in a world where people probably do really believe in purging people. You know what I'm saying? And the government being whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, the writing was good, man. The storyline, I thought this series had been very diverse as far as like showing people with mental illness, showing people, black folk, white folk, Mexican. It really shows some diversity as far as like, who's dealing with the purge, and the foreigners, people being casted out. I mean, it really relates to a lot of people, and I love the series, man. But the writing has been good along those lines. It's been good as far as just from point A to point Z, the climax, things changing up, being unpredictable. I give that a star. I give the writing a star. Now I'm go to the acting. Acting has been very good, man. When you start getting movies that are along the lines of thrillers and horrors, sometimes it can be real cheesy. The Purge hasn't been, at no point to me. It just hasn't had any cheesy points. I would say that The Purge Forever is probably about my 3rd favorite. That's because I'm in love with anarchy, and also I like the first Purge, but I would put, not the very first Purge that was made. I like that one too. That's probably my favorite one, other than like Election Day and Anarchy. I would put that one probably 3rd. The Forever Purge will go 4th, which is good in this series. I mean, if just to be in this series, everything is great. But just my favorite ones, if I had to put them there: Anarchy, Election Day, and then The Purge. Now, the acting has been amazing all throughout the series. It was amazing in the Forever Purge. It bounced back and forth a little bit, in which it had to. Once you see the movie, you'll see why. Because I mean, it's the Forever Purge, so it's like it's stuff going on everywhere, like it has been in the past movies. But with this, it was like, they had to open it up a little bit, So I generally don't like the bouncing around a lot of times, trying to figure out what's going on. But this was great. This was great how they did it. It wasn't too much. It wasn't like you couldn't catch on to what was going on or nothing like that. So I give the acting a star. The directing and producing, I mean, everything seemed to be on point. They seemed to have a vision for what they wanted to do, not only with this movie, but with the entire series. Like, it's hard for me not to compare this movie to the rest of them, because it's a series. They all are part of the same, and they all wanted the same. And it's just been that great. It really has been that great. So I give the producing and the directing a star, most definitely. Budget, I'm actually looking at the exact budget, because I be looking at this stuff all the time, and sometimes I just be like getting the numbers mixed up, so I just want to make sure. They spent only $18 million for this. It cost me, I think, $19.99 to order it at home. at first I was kind of on edge about that because I was like, man, you know, $20 to watch a movie. But then I'm like, hold on, I'm a guy that go to the movies and watch a movie 3 or 4 times at the movies. Like, I go back and watch it the next day because I'm a true fan of filmmaking and watching movies. And, you know, it's a wonder why I haven't been doing reviews. But I would have spent way more money at the movie theaters with me, my wife, my kids than what I spent at home, and then having your own snacks and all that kind of stuff. But they spent $18 million. They're going to definitely make a killing with $20 at home. And that's good because, like I said, it's worth it. The work that they put into this film is amazing, man. So I most definitely give it... I most definitely give Budget a star. Like, for what they did with the budget that they... Oh, man. I mean, I will say this. If I had something to criticize, which I don't, I will say this movie wasn't as thrilling as some of the other ones. It wasn't like, oh, you know, ooh. You know, it wasn't like the jumping and being... You know, it wasn't like the creepy. It wasn't so creepy. I mean, all of it is creepy, but it wasn't as creepy as some of the other ones. Again, there I go comparing it to the others. And it's just so hard to make one movie better than the first one when the first one was a classic. And I mean, this one has had several. So that's just one of the things that, you know, you bump into when you start having a great series. The concept, of course, is automatically a star because just the Purge. I mean, with it being a series, you already knew what the concept was going to be. You already knew, even before you played the Forever Purge, that people was going to be getting knocked off the map. You know what I mean? So the concept has already been, you know, a great idea for a film. And it's turned into several films. So, dude, I'm giving this movie, The Forever Purge, 5 stars. Just because of the writing, directing, producing, the acting, everything has been superb all the way through the series, man. I mean, it's just, for you to be able to do what they did in comparison after you've done all these other great movies, it's almost like when you do, if you do a review, like I've seen a review on, you know, some of the movies that's done, like Saw. Like, those storylines were crazy good, man. It's just hard not to give a good review for those films to me, you know. But 5 stars, man, for The Forever Purge. Listen, getting into this thing, man, love what I do. Don't always get a lot of time to, you know, do this, but now I'm gonna start making time in between filmmaking and producing and all that kind of stuff. Y'all support me, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be bringing some guests on, maybe bring my kids on. They watch a lot of movies with me, you know, so we're gonna do a lot of different things. But check out Walter and Family, you know, our YouTube family sitcom comedy. And stay tuned for a couple characters that I've made in the past that I'm going to be bringing back, and an upcoming movie. So we're doing it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell thing for us, man, so you can get the notifications for when I post these things. Got some more coming with reviews. Have a blessed one.